All right. She rusty. Yeah, no, for real. I am. I am. Okay, let me open this up. Are y'all ready? This is my presentation. So, you know, I had to put baddie with the fatty. Okay, so in this PowerPoint today, we will be talking about my trip to New York. I know most of you guys know why I was gone, but I go into it a little bit in the PowerPoint. So if you're not aware of why I was gone for like a month, I'll explain it in just a bit. Let me just like say, doing this presentation and like going through some of the things that I was going through behind the scenes and like reliving it a little bit, it kind of just gave me a perspective that like it wasn't really that long, and I don't even know how I did it. All right, here we go. New York, presented by Baddie with the Fatty, aka me. Yo soy Baddie with the Fatty. All right, before the trip, we're starting from the beginning. Before the trip, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy. The way that this is spelled wrong, please ignore. What the fuck is Bell's palsy? Bell's palsy. It's a sudden weakness in the muscles on one half of the face. So this is basically what I look like. I'll show pictures, or more like videos, of how my face was like. This whole side of my face was completely numb, and it's still. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna lie to every single one of you guys. There's gonna be days that I probably won't be able to stream with the camera on, or we'll have to shut down the camera and switch over to Brenda because my face is still not 100%. My muscles flop, and I won't be able to smile or close my eye if I do too much exercise on it. I don't know how to explain. Like throughout the day I'm fine, and then like somewhere towards half the day my face just starts giving out. So I'm not 100% cured yet, and I don't think I will be for like months, but it's you know, it's happening. Here's what causes it. So this is the funny part. I wanted to talk about this because nobody could give me answers. The internet says the cause of Bell's palsy is unknown, but it is thought to be caused by inflammation affecting the body's immune system. The doctor, when I went to the doctor said it's caused by a viral infection. When I asked people that have had it before, think that it's caused by stress, which I honestly valid because I had just started a new job. I'm working 2 jobs and streaming. Like, I'm going through the gigs. I'm preparing for my trip to New York. Like, it might have been stress. But then I go to my acupuncturist. I know this is crazy, Betty. I know. No, because deadass, my acupuncturist told me that one of the major causes in Bell's palsy, that it's not a viral infection like the doctors think, that it's the wind. And the reason, if you grew up in a Mexican household, which is so funny because this is something that they have told me for years. Like my grandma told me this, my mom, my aunt has told me this. Si sales para afuera, te vas a quedar con la cara chueca. When you're inside, it's basically a description. If you're inside a hot place and then you go into a cold place, apparently that could cause facial paralysis. And I never took that shit seriously. I never took that shit seriously. So who knows what the fuck? Nobody knows how it gets caused. But all of these things can factor into that, right? Like, I have no idea. It could have been the stress. I was really stressed out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was one of the most stressful weekends that I had. Is it a viral infection? There wasn't, because they checked on they did a bunch of blood work, a bunch of tests, and I was fine. And my acupuncturist swears that it was the wind that night. And I will say that night that we went out, I've been having a lot of rainy days during this time. It was like really rainy in San Diego. It was like during the flood stuff, and there was a lot of wind. So could have been a cause, don't really know. This was the night before. Look how normal my face is. I was out drinking. I went out to celebrate my sister's girlfriend's birthday. We went out the night before. Everything was fine. That morning though, I had gotten coffee with Virgo at Starbucks, and I told her, this Starbucks doesn't taste good. I feel like my taste buds are like not working. And I told her, I'm like, what if I'm coming down with COVID? And she's like, you're being paranoid. Like, you can't, like, she thought that I was being super fucking paranoid. But in my brain, I was just like, dude, I can't taste anything. But then she made me feel like I was tripping. So then I let it go, because there was like, it was like out of nowhere. I did not have COVID, but we went out that night and everything was fine. I could taste. And then the next day, this is the next day from that, so March 12th is the day of the Oscars. I'm talking to Dalgoncito and Ferry on the Discord. We're talking about how I want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win. I was like, oh, let me move my camera here. Okay, so this is the day that I was talking to Dalgoncito and Ferry, and then I noticed that when I brushed my teeth, and I was like, because I woke up late because we had gone out the night before, and I was brushing my teeth, I noticed that it felt like half of my face was numb. You know, like when you get out of the dentist and you feel like you're spitting out like water and you just couldn't you just can't from one side of your mouth. That's what it felt like. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, am I having a stroke? Low-key, I thought I was gonna have a stroke. And Virgo, being the fucking wife and the most amazing, beautiful wife, forced me to get up and go to urgent care right away. And this is at urgent care. You can't really tell right here. It's slowly getting like paralyzed, right? And my eye is like slow to blink. It hasn't like fully developed here. This is March 12th. The very next day, this is me after I get off of work. Or this is me during work, I think. I can't even lift half of my face up or close my eye at all. And the only reason why this looks okay is because of the filter, to be honest. And I was sending this to Virgo because I didn't want to scare her. And I didn't want to put out videos of like how it actually looked because it would be too scary. It would be too scary. You guys would be like, what the fuck? This is, yes, pizza, it is. And then this last video was on the 15th. I don't want to share because it got just definitely worse than this, but I don't want to share those videos just again because of this is already like full blown. I can't lift this whole side. I can't lift my eyebrow, and I can't close my eye. Yeah. So this is like probably how bad it. I just to this day I still can't lift to a certain point of my eyebrow. Oh, I'll talk about it. Some of these are like weird things that I had to do. The healing process to this was fucking crazy. The doctor literally told me it can go away within 1 or 2 weeks, or it can go away in 6 months, or some people have it up to a year. I was not that person. I was like, you're fucking lying. I am not having this for 6 months. So I literally did a bunch of research. A bunch of people that saw my post when I got diagnosed were nice enough to reach out to me and tell me that I could go get acupuncture. So that was one of the first things that I did, was start setting up a bunch of acupuncture appointments. Because of the fact that a lot of people told me it was caused by stress, I focused a lot on relaxing, de-stressing. I would literally put my aromatherapy stuff up. I would literally dim the lights in my room. I would relax after work and like try to like focus on myself. I massaged the shit out of my face. I had one of those like those sculpting massaging things. I did that every fucking day, because if you don't do it, it gets really hard and it hurts. And then the last thing I did, which was the one that literally blew me away the most, I think, for like literally when I was doing the acupuncture, I went like 2 to 3 weeks without any results. It was like dead face on this side of my face. So the last thing I did was the ants, and I'll talk about that in just a second. My uncle suffered from a stroke and had friends that had Bell palsy or whatever, and they said that they knew of a healing technique in Mexico that they would collect red ants and put them in alcohol and put them rubbing alcohol, and then rub the ants on your face, like the alcohol with the ants already like in the jar, and put that shit on your face and it will heal it, he said. And he got his face back with the stroke. He had a stroke and he had like all his left side of his face fucked up, and he said that worked for him. So then my mom got this idea. She was like, what? Like, no, we need to try it. Because I kid you not, I was so desperate at this point. I knew I had 1 fucking month for that New York trip. And the days was getting closer. And I hated the fact that I was going to go to New York and possibly not meet anyone because I wouldn't have felt comfortable. It was one of those things where I was just like, if I can't get better, I can't meet anyone. Like, there's no way. It was really bad. Like, it was really, really bad. I was like, it would be so, like, sucky if I go to New York and, like, I'm not enjoying myself. I'm having a really rough time in my face. And I still have to, like, keep up with all this stuff. Yeah, las hormigas rojas pican, sí, pero están como en alcohol, Reira. Ya están muertas como penetradas en el alcohol. I'll show you guys right now in a second. So these are all the things that I had to do. I will put this up. Warning! I'm about to show you my acupuncture treatments. And if you're not okay with like needles or anything like that, I ask for you to look away now. If you're sensitive to this kind of stuff, please don't look, because I'm sharing some pictures that have to do with needles. I give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I was constantly going to the acupuncture. These are all the sessions were about. Literally my arm covered in needles up to my fingertips, some on my legs, my knees, and my lower, like almost my ankle. But yeah, this is the electrotherapy that I had to go through. So the needles would be inside, and then they would shock my face and like kind of like wake up my nerves, or I don't even know what the fuck the acupuncturist did, but he did so many sessions of this. Like every week I would show up to the doctor and get acupuncture done. Okay, you guys can come back if you didn't want to see the needles. This is my family in Mexico. It was raining here in San Diego. My mom literally drove all the way to Mexico. I love my mom so fucking much. This is not my mom collecting, my uncle's doing it for her. But she's literally in the video, she's like, Priscilla, aquí estamos colectando tus hormigas, blah, blah, blah. It is like the cutest fucking thing that I couldn't even describe. W mom. W mom, dude. Who fucking does that? Like, even if this wasn't real, even if it didn't work, my mom took no chances. She was like, well, if it's gonna help you, I like, whether it works or not, I'm gonna go fucking do that. So she went to go collect it with my family in Mexico, which is like the most fucking cutest thing ever. So this is the ant jar. This is the alcohol. It's literally just ants in a jar full with alcohol. It stayed, the ants stayed in there for like 2 days, and then I just I would rub the alcohol to my face, and that was it. I'm not placing the ants on my face. They're already dead. But the alcohol, yes, I would put it on my face. And these are all the face masks that I was using during that time. But also, I just want to say that the craziest detail of all this is that the ants, after I did the ants, I kid you, I'm not even making this shit up. I wish I was making this shit up, because I have no way. Like, it could have been all of it together, right? The constant massaging, the constant acupuncture, but I didn't see results in my face until I did the ants. And Virgo can tell you, but it works. Virgo can tell you that this is so true. It is fucking crazy. Like, how did this work? Literally, I applied the ants 1 week before in New York City, and these are the results. These are the results from that one fucking time that I started. Like, I started using it morning and night for 3 days. And these, like, I could actually lift my cheek up and raise my eyebrow and like pretty much smile. This is like crazy to me, because I did not see any improvement. I'm not even joking. It was like 1 week before the trip that I decided that I was gonna meet up with people, because that was how bad my face was the week before. I was like, there's no way I want to meet up with anyone. Like, my face is really bad. Yeah, I don't know who comes up with this shit, but it worked. It worked. Finally! After all of that hard work, the week before New York, I was so excited, and then we get to finally fly out. This is us leaving San Diego. I was so excited. This is like being in the plane at this moment and like watch it like taking off. It almost felt surreal, because it felt like I was working so hard towards one goal. I have friends that have had Bell's palsy before, and they didn't recover until a year. And honestly, like on the third week that I had it, I honestly thought that I wasn't gonna recover in time. So this felt so good to be in the plane and being able to smile and just like knowing that I'm gonna be okay, if that makes sense. It was such a good moment. It was so good. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I flew on my birthday. That was the day of my birthday when we got to New York. This is the day that we arrived. My room view of the Empire State Building. It was really nice. I loved the view that we had. This night that we get here, I was greeted by the lovely Nalgoncito and Fairy. I feel like I'm gonna have to like actually take myself off here so you guys can enjoy the whole presentation. I was greeted by Fairy and Nalgoncito. They met me that night. They're so sweet. They're the ones that got me these cupcakes. They delivered cupcakes. I guess there was like from a famous bakery in New York. Magnolia. I think that was the name of this one. Shout out to Nalgon. Yeah, shout out to Nalgon. Shout out to Fairy. They gave me this hat. I'll show you guys in a minute. They gave me this hat and it has a PP. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll show you right now on camera. And this is us in the elevator. This was taken by Fairy, actually. This is the New York hat that I got from them, which I wore throughout the trip, mind you. Look at this. Doble P! This is the cutest fucking... They got this stitch on there. This is all Fairy, I think. Fairy got this for me. She said, "Pee-pee queen." That is so sick, dude. I loved it so much. And she got it my favorite color because she knows that I love pink. And she got me a PP hat. And guess what other hat they got me? A fucking rat hat. What is this? Wait, what context? And the only context that I would wear this is on stream. Please. It's a fucking rat hat. Yo, it was so funny when they gave it to me because I was like, there's no fucking way. Nalgon gave me a shirt, which I love and I wore during the trip as well. It was so cute. They were being so adorable. That was my first time meeting Fairy and Nalgon too. And we went out to have a dinner for my birthday and it was just really like nice. But the rat hat sent me. Oh, I was cracking the fuck up. Only Fairy would do some shit like that. And I guess when Fairy told the guy that she wanted the rat on the hat, the guy was like, "Who are you gonna give this to? Like, who do you hate?" You know? All right, now we're talking about our actual tourist shit. We took a bus tour on the first day that we were in New York. That took us from Harlem to the Bronx to Queens to Brooklyn back to Manhattan because we were already in Manhattan. And I just here showing you a couple of videos of what it was like. This is us in Harlem. I believe we were heading over to see the Apollo Theater. The way that I was such a tourist, we actually met up with one of our old friends that is actually from New York, and she was like, "I've never done any of the things that you've done so far." So it's crazy that we're doing a bunch of touristy shit and like New Yorkers never do this shit. Apollo Theater. Yeah, they have this is like a very famous theater where they had like really big performances from all these artists that you see on the floor. I don't know, there was like a lot of history behind this, but I wouldn't remember telling it to be honest. And this is the Bronx. We went to a bodega this day. I mean this day, what the fuck. It was right after we got out of Harlem. They took us straight to the Bronx. We saw the Yankee Stadium. For all those baseball lovers, we were at the Yankee Stadium. And we went to a bodega, took a picture by this mural, and then look at Virgo with her empanada that she got at the bodega. Empanada de queso, I think. It was cute. She was so excited about getting this empanada too. I'm not even joking. Yeah, then we went to Queens. We went to this rich ass neighborhood, low-key. I was like, Queens looks like rich from here. But it was like a bunch of like crazy ginormous houses, like bigger than any house here that I've ever seen, with like 4-car garages. And then here we were behind a park, I think by the MetLife Stadium, and we walked through this park and we were just taking pictures and stuff like that. The first thing that I said when we were going to Queens is I thought of Nicki Minaj. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. The first thing that came to my mind It's Southside Jamaica, Queens, and it's crazy. I literally kept saying it over and over because I kept thinking of Nicki Minaj. This is Brooklyn. We took an hour lunch break here from the bus tour. We stopped at this like I forgot what area this is. Oh my god. It's like I forgot the name of where this is at, where the pizza was, but it was really, really good. And then this is Dumbo, and we were at the Brooklyn Bridge. We ended up liking Dumbo and the Brooklyn Bridge so much that we decided to come back. And you'll see it later in the PowerPoint. We decided to come back and explore it more and walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, the Empire State Building. Right after our tour, we went back to the hotel area. Since we were close to it, we were like, let's just go check out the Empire State Building. This was really cool. I actually liked the little museum they had at the start, which is like telling you how they built it, and like the history behind the building and how it was back in the day in the 1930s when it was built. Yeah, this is it. This is really cute. I wouldn't say the Empire State Building has the best views, but I did like learning about the history. I'm such a sucker for history. I loved it. This was the first view that you get after you go up the elevator. I think there's like 2 views that you have to go up like twice for some reason. They have it that way, but this was like the first view you get. It's like window views, and then this is all the way at the top, and then I was just showing you that you could see the Liberty from here, and this is how beautiful it looked. Honestly, this was a really beautiful day. Slowly throughout the week, you're gonna start noticing that the sky starts getting really gray and it starts raining, which actually I'll get into that eventually, how I came back sick because of that, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. And these are some pictures of me and Virgo. This was the day that we went to go see the Statue of Liberty. This was really exciting for me. I don't know about you, but New York is known for this shit. And the fact that I spoke to so many New Yorkers that have never been to this fucking island or have seen the Statue of Liberty up close was driving me absolutely nuts. I was like, what? How the fuck do you not see this shit? There's so many New Yorkers that this I recorded for all those feet lovers. This is a replica of what the feet of the Statue of Liberty look like. I literally for free. They had this shit for free. Y'all got some Statue of Liberty feet, yo. Okay, this is me, and oh, she looks so fucking fierce. Like, y'all can't tell me nothing. She looks so fierce, and for what? Okay, now let's get into the edge. Oh my god, we're edging. This is the edging moment. Oh my god, we're edging. Literally, I wanted to come and see the sunset here, but honestly we got there a little bit too early, but we didn't get to see the sunset. Either way, it would have been a horrible day because it got really cloudy. This was literally after that whole footage that you saw with the Statue of Liberty. Like, what? How the fuck did it get from that sunny beautiful day to like fucking cloudy and nasty looking day? And this is fucking scary, by the way. I'll talk about it. This is us at the edge. Oh my god, we're edging a lot. Look at this. I'm literally at the very edge of the building. This is probably the scariest view we had because the glass made you feel like you were falling forward for some fucking reason. And yeah, we're just this is I believe this is Fairy and this is Virgo. And it's like a whole the floor is see-through, so it feels like I almost like it took me a minute to get the courage to walk through this shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't want to. Some people loved posing here, like they would like lay down on the floor, sit down and stuff. But yeah, this looked insane. Look at Fairy, cutie. I did ask her for information for this video. She's so fucking cutie. Fairy was here. Also, other people that were not shown in this video were here. This, I believe, this is Petty. This is Petty, the frog's feet. This is mine. Nalgoncito, Hueso, Fairy and Virgo. Look at it, how cute this is. We're all about to die. We're all about to die together. We all in this together. And this is me and Virgo at the very edge of the edge. We're edging together. Okay, now the Rockafeller Center. This is something that we did the very next morning. We wanted to go to the Rockafeller to get to the top of the rock. I just put this picture for reference. This is obviously not how it looked because it's not Christmas time, but it's known for its Christmas time stuff. This is the top of the rock view, which honestly was my favorite view of all of the views that we've gotten because it was so open. Then from there we decided to walk to Central Park because we were gonna do a Central Park tour, but we actually made it late to the tour, so we ended up not taking it. But we saw the cathedral. This cathedral, what is this? St. Patrick Cathedral? I don't even remember the name of it. That's a crush. I don't know what this is. Solo cup. I was taking a picture of this. I don't know how the fuck this came in here. It was beautiful. I was like, oh, this is crazy. But we were just walking on the street trying to go to Central Park and we came up on it. It wasn't like I was seeking it out, but it was cool. And then these are some pictures of Central Park. Me and Virgo in Central Park. The trees were absolutely gorgeous with pink little flowers. This is us by what it feels like. Is there a fucking huge lake in Central Park? Like, Central Park is so big. I have no idea. I want to say I only saw like 10% or less. Okay, so that same day we decided we were gonna go out that night with everyone. We went to Stonewall to have a drink and see a drag show. This is inside of Stonewall. I love this. I love this so much. They have so many like articles and like well, if you know the history of Stonewall, this was pretty iconic. And the reason why I wanted to go was like because of how much history is here for the LGBTQ plus community. And I was like, I need to go have a drink here. And then after this we went to a different bar, but we did enjoy a drag show here and learned a little bit about Stonewall and had their beer. They had their own beer because I guess Brooklyn Brewery created their own Stonewall beer. It was really that was just focused on the drag queens and not about like them going out to the people, because then you would see everyone in the group in the other videos, and I didn't want to share that because we were having a great time, and this is probably the only video that I could show. But we enjoyed a very, very good drag show that night and we had a blast. And then this is all of us heading over. This is how rainy it is. It's so it's pouring out. I'm literally holding the umbrella above fucking Fairy's head. I literally, it was pouring so hard. I was drenched by the time I got to the hotel room. Everyone that's in this group got sick because of this night. Like, we were all drenched going from the other bar to the other bar, and then for pizza and looking for a bathroom. Like, we were drenched. We were going on the subway, and it was just like one of those nights. We had a great time, but we were fucking drenched. This is the next day. All I want to say about Times Square is the amount of time that I lasted there was, I think, about fucking 10 minutes max, maybe even 7 minutes. I'm not this girly. I am not the girly that likes to go do this kind of stuff. These are the red stairs, by the way. They were so fucking crowded. There's no way I could get a fucking picture. I'm gonna continue this. This is the video that I wanted to show for the Times Square. This is what it looks like. Hectic. Just a bunch of ads, you know. This like, you guys, I don't think the gravity of like what happened during 9/11 hits until you're there. Like, I literally want to say that this was one of the most moving memorials that I've ever seen. I got chills immediately as soon as I saw this, like the whole pool thing with the waterfalls, and like got into the museum. I got chills and goosebumps the entire fucking time. And learning more about it and about the heroes and all of the pieces that they had in the museum, it was very sad. Like, I wanted to cry like at least 3 to 4 times. The entire time I was like at the verge of tears. It was kind of like flashbacks to when I was a kid watching it in school and the news and how crazy that part of my life was. But I relived all those memories and I felt like a little kid watching it again. I don't know how to explain it, but it really like moved me. And Honestly, it was one of my favorite things that we did that trip. And these are the pools. They have one for each tower, one the North Tower and the South Tower. This is inside the museum, and this was the last piece of the building that stood the longest, I believe. Hearing everyone's story, honestly, moved me to tears almost. After that, we hit up Chinatown with Tempito and Algon, and we were going around. We got some boba. We got what else did we get? Oh yeah, we got some rice balls in Chinatown, and some bread, like pineapple bread thing that Tempito recommended, which was freaking delicious, and I literally fought everyone for it, but that's neither here nor there. Oh no! What is the thing? Hold on, you want to see this video? I cannot not show you this video. It's about the Brooklyn Bridge. So basically, I was gonna show a video. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Basically, this was gonna be it. It was us walking through the Brooklyn Bridge and how beautiful the landscape and the city skyline was, and how we saw everything from there. Yeah, this was one of my favorite things to do in the entire trip. Walking down this bridge was absolutely gorgeous. And this is a bridge that we walked over. This was after we walked it. We got to Dumbo. This was one of the views in Dumbo. This is a picture I took, guys, with my fucking iPhone. That is crazy. Like, New York is so fucking beautiful in its own way. Like, maybe not like landscape wise, but it's just like city core. If you're into that shit, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's it, y'all. That's it. That was my New York trip. And all of the clips that I wanted to share and talk about. We did so many things. Thank you guys. Oh, yeah, let's do a little cheer. We did it. Hands across the board. Did you guys enjoy that? It was really fun. I honestly didn't expect that I would love New York, but I actually really did love it.